Okay. All right. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another In the Kitchen with Steph. I am Stephanie and your weight loss coach for moms. And I am introducing you into my kitchen Monday through Friday with me around dinner time. Usually I'm making dinner. And today we are doing quesadillas. Kind of repurposing the taco meat that I had yesterday. And because I made some homemade tortillas, I'm not sure exactly what I did differently, but when we were trying to bend it to eat it, they were breaking. So to use it today, I'm going to be just putting it on the skillet and then layering it with the meat, the cheese, and I think that's it. And then we'll just have stuff on the side to dip it in, like sour cream and guacamole, and then put another layer of the tortilla on top. That way we don't have to bend it. It'll stay flat, and then we can eat it properly. So that is what's going on today. I'm also trying to concoct a soup for my kids because that's what they asked for dinner. I gave them their menu because they have their own little menu because they're picky little eaters. And I said, what do you want for dinner? And they said soup. So, excuse me. So I'm going to concoct something. The tough part is that they don't usually ask for soup. And when we do have soup, it's usually something like a chicken gnocchi soup or like a Spanish chicken soup. So this is going to be a little different. I'm going to try to do like a chicken noodle soup, but like throw things together. So I have some bone broth that I made over the weekend here that I'm going to use for my broth, which I froze it and like it made this hump in the middle. And so the thing was starting to break. The container it was in was starting to break. So I'm going to use that with some of their favorite sausage. I have a chicken sausage here. And then they're not huge vegetable eaters, so I asked them what vegetables they want. They said carrots. So we're going to throw in some carrots and the pasta I made earlier and call it a soup and see if they like it. I'll try to flavor it up as much as possible for them. So the kiddos are going to have something different than me and my husband. And like I said, we do have leftover meat, so I'm going to repurpose that and use the tortillas that I made. And the cheese is going to be the glue that holds it all together. And then some stuff on the side. Thank you so much. You're doing good. That's great. And yeah, so I'm going to get started with that. I'm going to grab the tortillas real quick. I'm going to find a way to organize this stovetop here because I'm going to heat up the broth and then heat up the tortillas here. I have, how many tortillas we have left in here? These are the ones I made, homemade sourdough tortillas. And I have 5 here. Yeah, so I'll make 2 full ones and I can make a half one. Trying to find which ones are like the closest in size because I didn't make them exactly the same. I did weigh them, but it just didn't work out. Let's see. These 2 go together pretty well. And then, let's see. I think those 2 go together. So we'll have 2.5 here.
It's a Christmas update from the Dorothy.
Christmas update. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm Santa.
Oh, wow. You're Santa.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole. How are you? Hello, Salon Fresh. Thank you for joining me live. To those that are just joining, I'm making 2 different things for dinner because my kids randomly asked for something they don't normally ask for. So I'm going to try to come up because it wasn't in the plans. That's the one thing. It's like I like to stay to the plans because then I know exactly what I'm doing. But because they asked for something totally random and I'm going to answer their request because it's something healthy, they asked for soup. So I'm going to try to concoct some special soup for them because I didn't have that planned out. So I'm just going to make a little small pot of soup because I don't know if they're going to like it. I have to thaw the broth because I made this bone broth over the weekend. I don't know what to put. I made it over the weekend and then I threw it in the freezer so it's frozen. But what, baby? Jeez Louise, this thing does not want to listen to my fingers. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're thawing some broth and then we're making some quesadillas. Are you still not getting the notifications for when I go live? Because I don't know what's up with that. And what I'm doing right now is pumping my, looks weird, but I'm pumping my oil to spray out. And still it didn't work. Sometimes this works well and sometimes it doesn't. Turning on the heat here. I'll turn that on once the broth is ready. Correct. Oh man, that stinks. That stinks indeed. So anyways, sometimes I will make things on the fly. You got my notification? It's odd because I'm not sure, unless you're following me. You're probably following me. Because that's the only way people get notifications is if they're following you. Well, I'm glad that it's working as far as in general notifications, but all right. So I'm just waiting for that to thaw, waiting for the skillet to heat up, and we're gonna get these quesadillas going. As always, I like to hear from people watching, even if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you're having for dinner today. I was thinking about it, and I started it this year in January. So I'm going to do it again this January. Maybe just for the month of January as like a, I don't know, like a New Year's challenge or whatever. But I'm thinking of doing the step challenge again for our lives. Yes, I'll still be in the kitchen and I'll probably still be making dinner. That's not going to change, but I'm going to challenge those that are watching to get their steps in and get their steps in with me. So that's something that I decided I'm definitely going to do starting January 1st. And probably, we'll see how it goes. I'll probably just do it for the month of January. It'll be a challenge for January. Maybe I'll think of something new each month. Maybe that'll be cool. Always give me feedback. Let me know what you think. But maybe I could do a different kind of, I don't know, exercise each month. Something like that. Or it could be food related. It doesn't have to be exercise, but just something to kind of challenge you. And then we do it together on the live. All right. I think this is warm enough. I'm going to stick my cheese on it. And I can't seem to shake this cough. My kids either. We've been having it for like a month now. Don't know why. But that's what's been going on. Sounds good. Awesome. I think I need to heat. I don't know. don't know if this is enough heat to heat the meat. Yeah, this doesn't. God, there's a lot in here, so it's gonna take a while. I would like to maybe try to chisel some of it away, but I didn't even know I was gonna be making soup today. See, that's the thing. If I know ahead of time, then it wouldn't be a problem. But my kids just randomly ask for soup. Who does that? Apparently my kids. Apparently them. Getting over cold, something like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it was, to be honest. Okay, this is warming up. Usually when I have tortillas from the market, I will fold it in half. But because I told you of the problem that I was having with these in particular where they were breaking, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to put the two tortillas together with the stuff in the middle, of course. Once it's done, I'm just going to use like a pizza cutter and just cut it into triangles. Not there yet, which I need to be because this is getting hot. Anyways, talk about topic real quickly. Or if you have any questions, I would love to answer your questions. I always like to lead with that because, it makes for why you're hopping on, something that you want to get out of it, right? I will look at the comments in a minute. Can you see on the screen what I'm doing? Sometimes because I have two cameras going, I think my Instagram one shows more. Like I don't know, for some reason it shows more. I think it's because it's long ways this way, whereas the computer is this way, so it doesn't show as much. I literally have to just move it down like this to show what I'm doing. It's still far away, but I'm gonna put the top one on top and then flip it over. I need to squish it down with my hand. I want it to kind of start acting like a glue. But I don't want to burn it either, so I think I'm going to use my big shovel. This is pretty big. Problem is getting it under. There we go. And flip. Got it to flip without stuff falling out. And then press down again. And then cook it a little bit longer. And then I'll get the plate and slice it up. Hey, Tabaline, how are you? Hola. Hola, hola indeed. You're getting started cooking too. What are you making for dinner? Everybody that hops on has to tell me what they're making for dinner. That's like a understood rule. That's just understood amongst us in our community here. Gotta share. I'm using the tortillas again. Yesterday I used it just as a wrap with the meat, but because they broke, now I'm doing it as a quesadilla. Although quesadillas are more with chicken, but you know what? I don't care. It is what it is. We had meat left over, so we're just using it again. Getting my big shovel under here. Just checking if it's cooked. I think it could stay a little longer. And then we'll do the next one. So that means me and hubby will have to, because there's going to be 2 full ones and a half one. So me and hubby will have to share. We'll have to do 1 each and then a quarter each. Taco Tuesday, a small group. Oh, cool. So do you bring like, does everybody have to bring a what's it called? I don't want to say side, but like something that goes in it. Do you each have to bring a piece of the bar, the taco bar, basically? Or no? You're making chicken, that's it? Just chicken? Chicken what? Tell me what you're making. The whole shebang. The whole shebang. And we have cinnamon rolls for dessert, which is the last 2, because the majority of them went on Sunday when I made them. So the last 2 are for us tonight for dessert. My husband loves the sourdough cinnamon rolls I've been making, and so this is actually the 3rd time I made it, but the first time I made it, I think I used my sourdough starter when it wasn't like at peak or not as mature as it should have been. So it didn't like puff up. Or it could have been the recipe I used. I don't know. But it wasn't like the one I make now where it's like super fluffy and puffy and big and like it's perfect now. But the first one wasn't like that. All right. I think this is ready to come out. So 1 full quesadilla. I'll probably cut it into 4s. And then my husband will have it dipped in sour cream. I'll probably have it with guacamole. He doesn't do the guac because usually guacs, the ones that are already made, pre-made, are spicy. So he just does cut up avocado. So this is 1. I'm going to do another one now here. Let's see if I can get this stupid pump thing to work. Taco Tuesday. Well, we usually do Taco Tuesday too, but since I already had the meat prepared over the weekend, I was like, well, we'll just have it on Monday, leftovers on Tuesday. You said, all right, I got to go back because now I didn't read some comments. They're going too fast for me or I'm just not paying attention. Probably going to have some sourdough and make some cookies. Okay, cool. You mean the bread I gave you? And then you said, yeah, you have the guac. All right, cool. You're bringing the guac. Tab said she's still deciding. You said, Chewy, am I saying that right? Chewy Wink? I don't know if that's your actual name or just a random name, but you said you're going to cook tacos for dinner. Great. And you like the tortillas. Awesome. I'm going to try making them again. I might try like a different recipe just to see like why it wasn't as pliable, why it was breaking. It could be that I just didn't use them the same day I made them. And as they sit out each day, they might not be as pliable anymore. Or maybe just trying a different recipe can help fix the problem. I don't know. This is all experimentation for me because I haven't been doing this for years and years like some people I know. I started it, I think, the beginning of the year. Then I stopped when I moved, and then I restarted. So I still, oh, my camera, not camera, my light died. Oh, I gotta charge it. So much for that. But yeah, so I'm experimenting a lot more with it. Um, so yeah, it's been fun. It's been cool experimenting. The problem I'm having is that I am making more things than we actually can consume fast enough. You know what I mean? So like the stuff is either needs to be frozen or it's gonna go stale. So I have frozen some stuff, but now my freezer's all getting backed up because it's full of stuff. And I'm like, all right, I gotta slow down. I can't be making a gazillion stuff. So I've slowed down a little bit. All right, this one is bigger, so it's gonna be a little hard to flip than before. So hopefully nothing flies out. Fingers crossed. Come on, stay together. Eat together. Ta-da! I love this thing. This thing is massive. I'm back. All right. I flipped it in one piece. Hip hip hooray. I need to get my pizza cutter so I can slice these. Let's see. Looks yummy. I said your name right? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I made like 4 loaves of bread. I gave one to my mom. I gave one to my sister. I still have one in my freezer, and then I have one fresh one out here. And I was like, I don't want this one to go to waste, especially since it's the newest one. So I made French toast today for me and the kids, and it was delish. Delish. So I was like, definitely great for French toast. So much better than the store, too. Way better than the store. Like, my kids gobbled that up more than when I made French toast with just regular sliced bread from the store. So, trying to find ways to consume it faster. Cinnamon rolls, I never have a problem with that going fast enough. It's usually gone within 3 days. And then I just started making like protein bars. So hopefully that goes pretty fast enough. Oh, I was going to put it in my story and I forgot. And now it's put away. But I made the kids, I talked about it yesterday on the live. But I made the kids goldfish and the Teddy Grahams. I showed the little cookie cutters. I made those yesterday. They're a little bigger than the store ones, but they still taste good. They still taste good. So I got all the kids' snacks now, all homemade. I was talking to them about it today. It's like, we're going to make our stuff now instead of buying it in the store. I mean, I'm not going to do every single thing because I'll never leave the kitchen. But little by little, some stuff, like we changed over our plant-based milk. So I'm making that and trying to do some of the kids' snacks at least. So the goldfish, the Teddy Grahams, and the protein bars, because they do like protein bars. And then what else? What else did I make? Oh, and the nut butters. I do peanut butter for the majority of us, and then almond butter. That's usually the 2 that we have in the house. So just little by little, some changes here and there on some stuff. Not only for health-wise too, but I was also kind of doing the math for how much it costs based on how much we consume in the week to buy, the cartons of almond milk, the peanut butter, and so on and so forth. And it's actually costing me cheaper to make it at home than to buy it. So it's like, all right, a twofer there, healthier and it's cheaper, which course, we all want cheaper, especially with this economy here. So, all right, we got 2 done. Now I just need to make a half. I haven't even begun the kids' soup yet, but I still have this frozen thing of broth. See if we can get that done. I should have put it in smaller containers, but I've been using so much containers lately that I'm like, I looked in here, even my husband, he's like, where's all our containers? They're like gone. It's because I've been putting things away in the freezer. Oh, that's why I said I need to slow down. All right, I'm gonna do this last one before I start burning everything here. All right. Here's the last one. I wonder if I should try to fold it or cut it first so that it's equal. That way it's where it's supposed to be. And I'll show you on camera how it breaks. Yeah, I need to cut it because it's breaking in the wrong places. Okay, where is my scissors? Scissors, where are you? See if I can cut straight down the middle here. There we go. I think I'm close enough. It's a little short. See? A little short there. Oh well, I tried my best. Take that part out. Line it up. The pretzels were good too. That's good. I like the pretzels. I made them 3 times because it was pretty simple to do. But then I realized, I was like, man, I made too many of these. There's no way I'm going to eat this much. So I had, let me think. I think I ate like maybe 3 of them from the biggest batch. I made, the first batch had 6 or 7, and they were huger. They were like yay big, kind of like the ones you get at Auntie Anne's. And then I said, oh, I gotta make these smaller. These are huge. And so I made them smaller, and that gave me 8. But then I doubled the recipe, and I had 16 pretzels. And I was literally the only one eating it. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get rid of these. These gotta go. Somebody take them off me. All right. This one's breaking apart because I had tried to fold it. So I broke in one part, and then now it's trying to break apart where it shouldn't be breaking apart. So this might actually be hard to flip. Let's see. Well, we'll see. We'll see. And I still have a little bit of meat left. Not a ton, but there was no way that was going to fit on there, all of it. So put it, I don't know. Eat it by itself. Save it for an omelet tomorrow morning. That's probably what I'm going to do. Save it for an omelet tomorrow morning. And then I got to get started on my kids' soup. So anyways, it is, I've been on for a while, almost 30 minutes. So I'm going to say goodbye here, but I wanted to leave one little bit of an encouragement, as I always do when I'm on here. So this week in my Faithfully Nourished group, the platform that I've been talking about for a while, where you get all the resources you need to start living a healthy lifestyle for you and your family, and also reach certain fitness goals, health goals, weight loss goals, whatever it may be. But anyways, in the groups this week, I was challenging the ladies there to just kind of share what their goals are for the month of December. And so the month of December, I don't know if you feel the same way. Of course, always share in the comments because I love feedback. But I think the month of December is the busiest month of the entire year. because of Christmas and just so many changes. People are going on vacations. There's just a lot involved. And I feel like it's also the shortest month because it just feels like it goes by so fast. So, so most of the time I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna have grace on me this month and not be too strict on what I'm doing as far as fitness goals and um, other goals like in my household for my family. But I really wanted to be intentional about at least sticking to some sort of goal. And one of the things that I have realized throughout this whole entire process is that there are times where certain things that you're doing is hindering your success and progress in your weight loss, and it's not simply diet and exercise. Like that's just something we're programmed to know. Like, okay, if I want to lose weight, I should diet or I should exercise. Like that's just kind of like our programming throughout the years, what we've learned through just growing up, seeing it in our own family, seeing it in the people around us, seeing it on social media, seeing it on TV, just that external influence. Which it does have a component to it, of course, but what we don't realize, especially as we age, especially that there are other things that we're neglecting or we're not thinking about as much, or we don't think is important for us to be able to reach those goals, to have energy, to drop some pounds, to feel better about ourselves, have better moods, right? All those things are important and they kind of collectively go together. So my goal for this month, and I've been working on this, if you've been following me since January when I first started doing the daily lives, my goal was, one was the steps, and two is the water intake, because I have a big problem with water intake. This one's going to be hard to flip. I can already feel it. Oh, wow, I flipped it without even wanting to because I burned myself. Ay, ay, ay. And now it's kind of off-centered. Let me show you. It's like pushed over and not where it's supposed to be. Oh, wow. I don't know if I could do anything about that without burning myself. I'm trying to push it over. So anyways, yeah. So those were like two of the major goals that I had at the beginning of the year. And guess what? The water thing is still a goal for me. Something that I've had a hard time with. So my goal, and I put it in the group of my ladies, is that I want to stay consistent with drinking at least about 75 ounces of water a day. But most importantly, which has been a struggle since day one, and this is why I tell you, like, this journey is not a one and done deal. It's not a fast track thing. This is a lifestyle. This is something that you always have to take care of yourself on. And it's sleep. For me, I still have that issues with sleep. And there's different causes for it this time around, because when I was struggling in the beginning, it was because I just had two newborn babies that were constantly needing my attention, constantly waking up in the middle, like they were difficult sleepers. And then as they grew up, there was other things. But now it's me getting in my own way, um, you know, kind of falling into that slump of like, okay, now the kids are asleep, nobody's bothering me. Now I can actually kind of relax and maybe watch a show or scroll through social media. And before I know it, now it's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, what am I doing to myself? I need my rest. I need to sleep and not do those things. Like get out of the habit of that so that I can get my 8 hours of sleep and feel refreshed in the morning and feel like I can take on the day. So that's my two goals for this month. And so I want to encourage you as well. You may not be in my Faithfully Nourished group, but you are still part of my community. You come on here, you watch my lives, you watch the replays, you're engaged in the things that are going on in my life. And so I want to also offer that challenge question to you. What is something that you want to focus on this month? And then, again, it doesn't have to be weight loss related. It could be anything for your health, making yourself a priority, self-care, whatever you want to call it, but just something that you want to focus on this year so that life can be a little bit less challenging, and you can enjoy the holidays with your family this month, right? and make it a little less crazy because it is a crazy month. So comments looks good. Okay. Am I all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Do you see me? I'm fine. I just kind of like hit the edge of the pan and I like reacted. And when I reacted, the whole thing flipped over because I was gonna flip it, but then I was unsure of myself. And so when my hand hit the pan, I just went, whoop, and it flipped over on its by itself. So that worked out. It wasn't even, but it worked out. And I'm fine. I don't have anything on my hands really. It was kind of like a quick thing, but thanks for asking anyways. So anyways, just want to extend my love and thanks for being on these lives. It really means a lot to me and I just love helping people. So I'll be back again tomorrow. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. So I'll be back again tomorrow, Wednesday, for another In the Kitchen with Steph. And have a good rest of your night. It seems like a lot of you guys are doing tacos, so enjoy that. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good night, and God bless.
This is a reminder.
This is a reminder.
Drink
I need to
water.
drink water.
Just let me know if this is done.
That's how bad I need to.